Well, I've got no idea how the Middle East thing's going on because I'm not fucking interested. The dogs have all been out this morning. They're all having their pack cuddle. Lola, for some reason this morning, decided that Hulkster needed some proper cuddle time. So she snuggled right up to him and let Hulkster sort of snuggle up across her chest while she sort of was snuggling her neck into his neck and that as well. Very cute to see, but like for some reason she picked him out for extra cuddles this morning, and he loved it. He was like a little puppy, so she was mothering him. Just like I said, he is the puppy out of these two. Yeah, I just started watching this video, so I'm going to let it play in the background without pointing at the screen while I'm just chatting. Yeah, you want to take note of what it says in this video, because that's where the censorship online is coming from. And it's being done with something that's going to affect everyone's lives in the UK from outside the UK. Right, you really need to pay attention to what this person's telling you. It's going to affect everybody, and it's almost here.
A treaty that would hand sovereign power to the unelected World Health Organization. This is the treaty we've been discussing and warning about. It will give the WHO the power to supersede your country's own government and their laws about pandemic rules and more. It is a huge power grab. We've seen these screenshots, and we're going to review them in a minute. This will allow the WHO to dictate what is a pandemic, who has to lock down, vaccines, masking. It will also let them track and monitor you, define infodemics if you're sharing things that things could be dangerous. Even they have said, we've shown you this, even true concepts that are being shared out online that they could think are dangerous. They would call that an infodemic, and they'd have the power to censor and monitor you.
Well, it's them that's censoring and monitoring us.
You could rewind the tape. Just search it on any platform that you're watching us, WHO. It's there, but I'm going to show you a few more in a second. Now, first, the update, because last week the UN General Assembly
that's who's ordered the online safety bills creation
to pass what they're calling a political declaration to pass this pandemic preparedness. So it's not actually that they passed the pandemic treaty, because then we'd all be in it.
Oh, right. Okay, that's why they've done it.
Collectively passed a political declaration.
So we've got another pandemic coming.
Why did they need to do this? I'm going to explain it to you in a second, but watch.
I'm not getting audio.
I don't hear the sound either.
Sorry, that was me. Let me play that again.
Okay, it's short. We're going to play it again. Sorry.
I will then submit for the formal consideration of the Assembly. It is adopted.
Okay, so did that gavel scare you? It did scare me, because I've read the documents. Now, again, this doesn't mean the treaty has passed. It means that the countries have committed to passing it in sort of a loose kind of way. Now, the reason they did this is because countries have been showing hesitation to hand over their sovereignty. Debates have been raging in U.S. Congress, in Parliament, in the UK, and other places, and so they sort of shoved this in like, we're going to get there. We're gonna do this. Watch the head of the WHO. He calls himself Dr. Tedros, talking about this declaration.
The countries are being told
First,
by
I
the
would like
United
to
Nations.
start by thanking the President and all member states for endorsing the political declaration. This is a very historic day, and thank you so much indeed. We may be tempted to think that the COVID-19 pandemic is history. But history teaches us that COVID-19 will not be the last pandemic. The question we all face is whether we will be ready when the next one arrives. As leaders, we have a collective responsibility to make sure we are ready.
All right, collective, he says.
Does anyone believe that?
But this is not a collective measure. It's an autocratic measure.
It's already
it gives
been proven.
him and his organization of
with email
diplomats who don't
leaks
even pay taxes in any given
that Hunter
place.
Biden was involved
They give
in
him
setting
powers,
up a research
powers that
station
he already has a lot
before
of powers,
the outbreak
right?
of
So recently, an American
COVID-19
doctor, Dr. Mara
to
Nass, warned about
research
this in
COVID-19
a EU parliamentary meeting.
in
She's been labeled as an extremist for saying
Ukraine,
this, but we have shown you
not
these documents, you
China.
guys, and we regularly link them to you in our newsletter so that you can read them yourself. This is not a conspiracy interpretation. Watch how she warns about this, and then I'm going to bring you more about her in a second.
We're undergoing a soft coup, and the idea is to create a whole new set of laws and ignore the existing human rights laws and other laws under the pretext of pandemic preparedness and the biosecurity agenda. The WHO
biosecurity,
is developing through
biological
its nations,
weapons.
but with the WHO directorate in the United States in charge, a pandemic treaty and amendments to the existing international health regulations
this is
that
an
will
EU
remove
MP
the human rights protections currently
complaining about a soft
embedded in
coup
the IHRs, will
against
enforce
the
surveillance,
EU
censorship,
Parliament.
get rid of freedom of speech, require governments to censor and only push a single narrative. Also, we will be subject, if they can make this work, to vaccines developed in 100 days, which the organization CEPI is planning to do. And one of the people who founded CEPI was Jeremy Farrar, who is now the chief scientist at the WHO to bring this forward.
Making it in 100 days.
Other things
and
that
ordering you to take
amendments
it.
do is to bind the states so they're no longer recommendations,
not fucking
but
having
enforceable edicts. Provide a liability shield, get rid of intellectual property rights, move supplies from one country to another, enforce digital passports, and the Director General
ID,
who can
global ID cards.
Demand that a pandemic or a potential pandemic exists. He can just declare it with no standards, and then countries around the world will have to obey.
So if there's an uprising somewhere, they can sort of lock down the country by saying there's a COVID outbreak there, lock it down, silence the media while they exterminate the problem.
Obviously, the budget will increase.
Do you see where this is heading?
One Health is another part of this. One Health is a concept that was created to enable the WHO, with these documents, to take over jurisdiction of everything in the world.
It also gives them control of the internet,
plants, water systems,
control everything in the world.
All central to health. Also embedded in this concept is a peculiar notion that humans are no longer of greater value than animals.
Okay, she's not wrong. We have shown you every single screenshot of what she says. She's not making this up. Now, she mentioned Jeremy
Do you get
Farrar.
what's going on now?
You may remember that
the wars are a
distraction.
This is what they're creeping in behind all the distractions.
Doctor the Nature paper that said that COVID did not come from a lab. He's one of those dudes. He's what they call the Maryland
Muslims,
boys. Okay, so
they're all distractions. Ukraine, Russia, China, Taiwan.
Do a good job with rules and recommendations around the pandemic. I don't think anyone
look at this on the news. Look at that on the news.
So okay, they should
play
be
with your
right?
devices, play your games, do this, do that. We'll keep you all distracted while we creep all this in, and you won't know until it's too late.
Otherwise, a little bit of context about Dr. Nass. She was suspended in May.
There you go. Wake up and smell the coffee, eh?
Because she was critical of the vaccine and had recommended during the pandemic alternative treatments to COVID.
You will live like prisoners on the outside.
I'm not going to say it because there still are rules around what we cannot say. She has sued the medical board, though. She wants them to apologize and retract their position, and she wants punitive damages. meaning she wants them to pay
In other words,
her
there won't
as
be any
punishment
prisons, will there? Because
to
they're going to kill the
compensate what
fucking
she
criminals
lost,
as well.
and for violating her rights as a medical professional and
They'll
as an
be the
American.
test subjects,
now,
won't
incidentally,
they,
the drug that she
for that.
suggested for COVID, I'm going to decide not to show this screenshot. Should I show it or?
COVID
Okay,
shots.
we're not going to show it.
And if they kill
well,
them,
I
they
want to
kill
tell
them,
you
don't
this,
it?
that the Mayo Clinic now recommends that treatment.
Because they'll have control over everything,
won't
won't they? So they'll be able to do what
Because we say it on YouTube,
they damn well please.
It's a violation of their terms of service. So maybe now YouTube will update their terms of service.
I noticed in the little Middle East skirmish a little while ago, they started bombing prisons from the air.
Philip, you want to bring in on that?
Oh, I was just going to say.
Why would they do that? That gives you an idea of what they're going to do in their new world order, doesn't it?
That's basically like
they're going to kill all the prisoners as well.
Right.
So what I'm telling you, right? So what I'm telling you is Mayo Clinic now says that that is a valid
This is
way to treat
Nazism.
COVID. But anyone
Creeping
who has
in
said that
bit
before
by bit.
has been dinged or demonetized. And this woman was
Control the money,
delicensed.
control everything.
So not allowed to practice medicine.
It's Nazism.
Now, the WHO though still does not recommend this hydro drug that we're talking about. So under this pandemic treaty, the
I've got
Mayo
no
Clinic
telly
can
on, have
say,
I?
we've
So
seen science that shows that
I'm
this is
listening
an
to
effective
something
treatment to COVID, and the WHO can say,
while I'm
nope,
talking on
we're
the
not
video.
buying it. You do what we say instead.
No copyright
no diversity
infringement.
of thought here, and so you don't get to choose what doctor you think is really has, you know, your best interest. You will do.
I'm listening to the morning news, aren't
now,
I?
the media wants you to think that this WHO will take power, global power, is a crazy conspiracy theory. Here is the Associated Press saying that this is not really binding. It doesn't sign over U.S. sovereignty. You can all calm down.
On the
That's not
menthol
actually
vape
the case.
today.
This is conspiracy theory.
16
Again,
milligram,
we've
no,
shown
so.
this. We've shown you the
good.
drafts.
The AP News verification seal of approval. The Associated Press, the mouthpiece of the deep state.
Says that it's fine.
Right.
Even just today, I was listening to an NPR piece about this passing of the political treaty that the UN passed last week, and NPR said, the reporter says, they had to do this because discussions for the pandemic treaty were not going so well. And then they played a clip from a doctor who was like, it was going to be great. I mean, we could be prepared for pandemics.
It's like a
We
little
could force
puppy
people to take vaccines.
pouring
We
on the
could force
teats.
lockdowns.
He
We could
keeps
force
doing it
masking.
in his sleep,
It's going to
huh?
be great. That's why, but it's too bad
Every
it's
now and
going
then you'll
so
see poor
poorly
twitch.
that people are not
And
for
her
it.
poor
So you can
twitch
see
on
the
his neck.
media is for
And
it.
it's like
the pandemic
symbiotic.
preparedness treaty.
Here do it, here
But
do it.
lest they call us conspiracy theorists, I'm just going to show you
really
these
cute.
few edits. I'm not going to repeat myself from
Marnie's
to all the
curled
things
up,
we've
yeah.
seen together.
In his
But
boss
this
spot.
is the edits to the WHO
Willow's curled
International
up
Health
behind him.
Regulation that they did this year. They made these changes
Everyone's
in order to
happy in this
prepare
state of
for
peace and
this
love
pandemic
first thing in the
treaty that
morning.
they
Like we have
want.
it.
We went over this in May of this year. You can already see
All
how it's
been out
going
the
based on
garden,
this
haven't you?
edit,
And it's
saying
raining
that
outside.
the WHO standing
Isn't it,
recommendation used to mean non-binding advice. Oh no, strike
Whatcha,
that.
Lola?
The temporary recommendation means advice.
Aw.
It's not non-binding anymore.
giving him
you
a
guys.
cuddle now,
Why
are
would
you?
they take those out? You can
Let's
see
have a
where this is
look.
going. If your
Hulkster's
country signs
underneath
this,
there.
it is binding.
Where's the
Now,
talks?
does
Let's
this
get a bit of
only
light
kick
on
in
here
when
because it's a
we're in
bit dingy
pandemic?
today.
No, it kicks in whenever they feel like we're in a pandemic. Take a look at this
Aw,
scope.
you're
It
giving
says
him a hug,
it will
are
help
ya?
them prevent, prepare,
Aw.
control, provide international spread of disease
And
advice,
you want a belly
including
rub,
through
do
health
ya?
system readiness and resilience in ways that are
You want a
commensurate
belly
with
rub?
and restricted to all risks with the potential to impact public health. All risks, not just health related, but like information we've told you about, and which avoid unnecessary interference with international traffic,
See, now
and
her
trade, livelihoods,
skin conditions
human
all
rights,
healed
equitable access to health products and
She's a
healthcare
lot more
technologies,
happier and
and
bouncier.
know-how. So this is like
And now
not
she's got her
just
mum with
your
her as well.
healthcare, but
She's
also
happy as punch, but
trade.
she's sort
Like
of
they could
a lot
say,
more
we
subdued
think
at the
that,
moment.
You know, like the Dutch farmers, we think that
Because she
these
knows
cows
she's not
being next
in
to these
charge.
rivers
So she
may
got used to
present a
bouncing
pandemic,
about
so
all
we're gonna
cocky
have to
like,
take away the cows
"Hey,
and the
I'm
food
the head
and
female."
the industry and all of that
And then
stuff. They
along
have
come
laid it
mummy
out
and
in their
reminded
own
her,
documents.
"Oh,
So even though
you're
many
not."
governments are taking the
So
lead
she's sort of
and
walking around a
considering not
little bit
signing
more
this, the United
cautious behind her
Nations
mum now.
moved the ball down the field
because she's
last week
put her in her place a few
at
times.
the UN General Assembly with this political
And
treaty.
she
So
don't
you're gonna tell
know
your
what to do,
politicians,
so
if you
she's
don't like
sort of
this, while you
looking
still
to
can.
me for leadership, and she's looking to her
That's all I
mum.
got for you on that.
Please do. And
And
this is an
she's
opportunity, guys. I mean, this stuff is
slowly
slipping
but
away
surely
from us, and it's happening right before
correcting
our
all
eyes.
her behaviour.
It may be, or the fact that the media is presenting this as
Yes,
a
you
pandemic
cheeky
treaty is slipping
gal.
away from them. Maybe that there
Yes,
is movement.
you.
The global governments are being told by their constituents they don't want
What are
this,
you up to,
and maybe
Lola?
it is withering on the vine. So
Are you
keep
checking on
talking.
Buddy, are you?
Keep talking. Keep pressing your local representatives
Oh,
about it,
yeah.
no matter where you live. This is not just a United States issue at all. This is a global issue.
I mean, we've shown you their proposal for monitoring you, for vaccine passports, for monitoring infodemics. The infodemic screen even said that an infodemic could be caused by even true information.
Right, she's left
So
a
there's
little
an
hole
attack
for his
on
nose,
truth here, you guys.
so he can breathe.
You gotta speak up. You gotta share this and speak up, or else this will be the law that we all have to live in.
Thank you so much for watching this segment.
What's your
here at
morning,
Redacted. We are
man?
live every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Good
trying to
morning,
share the
buddy.
stories that the mainstream media will not cover. You should also come over and join our community of Redacted
You're having a
Rebels
soppy
over at
morning as well, are you?
redacted.inc. That's our
Do I
private
need
local
my second
community where we
coffee?
can share exclusive content that we simply cannot share here on YouTube. Come over and join the
So
rebellion
that's what's
together
been
right
going
now
on
by going
with,
to redacted.inc. We'll see you next time.
That's what's been going on with the politics side of it. So all these wars and shit is just a distraction while they sneak in those global treaties. Once them global treaties are all accepted by the countries' governments, and parliaments and that can be overridden by the World Health Organization and the United Nations. So therefore, no country on the earth has any power over the World Health Organization and the United Nations. They are then the government. That is the New World Order. They can then appropriate a nation's resources, military, finances, everything, change laws, blah blah blah. Have you woken up and smelt the coffee now? Because if you raise your voice about it, they're going to shut you up. Once it's all ratified, if you rise up in a certain country, what they're going to do, shut down the internet so no one can communicate it out. Then what? Shut the press down so they can't report what's going on, and then cure the problem. Do you get how they're setting up what they want to do? No. I woke up in a positive state of mind, with peace and love. So I am aware of the negative, what they're attempting, but I don't want it in my plane of existence. So it's not going to be in my plane of existence. Does that make sense? The more people that think like that, because they're telling us what they're going to do. So the more people that think like that, no, it's not happening on my plane of existence. It's not going to happen on your plane of existence, is it? Because you're telling them back. And they can't exist without the humans, can they? Because they still need the humans to do the tasks. Or do their bidding. So, sheer massive numbers, which they want to cull. No, we don't want none of that shit on our plane of existence, do we? We don't want no rules and regulations telling us all that, what we've just heard. No, don't want that on our plane of existence, so we're not having it on our plane of existence, whether the government say it's happening or not. Because that means the government's being weak by giving power away to whatever entity that is. So they've failed the people. They're not acting in the country's interests, and they have no right to make that decision without consulting the people. So therefore it's an illegal power grab. It will not stand if you say no. Yeah, I didn't believe in the pandemic. I never caught it, never had any injections. I've only ever had normal autumn and winter colds. Nothing different whatsoever. I drink strong coffee, which keeps the body temperature up and stops you lazing about. Because even if you're lazing about, your temperature's still high because you're hyperactive. And the virus simply can't live in that sort of heated environment, can it? It kills it. Kills any virus stone dead that way. Just simply can't survive in an overheated body, can it? So you're hacking your body. There you go. Good morning, Mr. Magpie. Just jumped up on my fence there. Well, he's gone already. Before I could focus the tablet. Oh, my rib is still hurting when I cough, and he's back again. There he goes again. Yeah, when I cough, my lung is hurting, so it's a bruised lung. God, they are powerful dogs, though. If I'd have had my boots on, I would have just dug my heel in the ground and they wouldn't have been able to pull me along. But because I hit the floor and the ground was wet, I'm literally being pulled along like a fucking sledge. And the more momentum they got going, the only thing I could do was I could see the sign coming up in the corner of the park, and I thought, right, if I manoeuvre my body that way, I can gather up the lead while I'm sliding towards it, and then hook my arm and shoulder round the pole, and then they won't be able to get right into the corner of that bit of the park. In other words, cornering the dog in the corner. So they wouldn't have been able to do that, which is what I did. So I've managed to gather up lead before I got to where the dog thing happened. Wrapped the lead and my arm around the pole, and it was being held in place by my rib as a brake. That's why it's fucking hurting. You know what I mean? So there was no need for the guy to jump on the dog. All they had to do was retract their fucking dog lead. I was already retracting my dog leads, weren't I? Because they only had so much lead from coming from my waist, and you saw how that was set up around my waist. So they only had, what, 6 foot of lead. So I didn't have much work to do to pull the fucking lead short, did I? And hook it round the fucking post. Do you see what I mean? After their dog yelped, it took them at least 5 seconds to get down the alleyway while I'm stuck on the floor holding the dogs in place. Can't do anything. Do you see what I mean now? They was not in control of their dog. My dogs were in control, protecting their owner from a dog that was coming towards them with bad energy. They read it correctly and protected me. In the cold light of day, eh? Simple dog behaviour. No crime, no threat, no problem. If I hear anything different going around the village, I will be speaking out loud and saying what actually happened. I'm not hiding from it at all. That's why I put it on my Facebook profile and YouTube channels. Public. If you see what I mean. So they can't turn it into a setup. Because I reported it publicly straight away. I go to sleep with the front camera on anyway, so, you know, force of habit, I'm afraid, from police trauma. So, if someone ain't phoned and or texted me telling me they're coming round and I better bang on the door, I like to know who's banging on the door before I answer the door. And if anyone comes through the door, I'm simply not interested in communicating with them. I'll be in defence attack mode then, and so will the dogs. Because I'm doing nothing wrong or illegal, so no one's got any right to enter my property like that. There's no crime being committed here, and there won't be either. I'm happy living a decent, lawful life now. I don't need to commit crime. I've got enough money to live on, and pay my bills with, to get my private medication with, because I truthfully said I needed more money because of the corrupt government scams that was going on, taking my rightful benefits that the law said I needed to live on. So they gave me more money for being honest, because it's affecting my mobility and the way I live my life. All the stress is making me iller in it, which affects my body, blah blah blah. Here, have the money, go away, shut up. You know, if I'd have written that to the press and sent it to the press, when I was applying for my benefit, saying this is what I put on the form, and then gave the result when it came back, they would have turned it round and said, benefit scrounger, guilt trips the state. No, I was being honest. Spoke truthfully, because it's a legally binding contract, isn't it? Benefit claim form. So by stating the truth on a contract, it stands. They can't hide that truth. There you go. There you go. There's your claim money. Sorry for what we did to you. Please go away quietly and enjoy it. Okay, but don't take the piss out of me again, because I'll state ill publicly and honestly, and people will believe it this time. So if I said on some entities trying to set me up for whatever reason again, like what's happened just recently, because they made it perfectly clear over this new dogs thing that out of control dogs, blah blah blah, and that was the language that was being used. And I said, how dare you, I'm a disabled man sitting on the fucking floor with his dog still in control, and you wasn't even in sight when this happened, because the dog was out of control. Your dog was out of control. So I told the truth, and I'm not worried about the police coming around here or anyone complaining about the dogs, because it wasn't them that was out of control, was it? Simply not fucking interested in setups. But it proves that they do go on, doesn't it? Because that's how they got me in prison last time, wasn't it? And I said I was watching for it again. And it's the same set of neighbours trying to do it. I had a dream about it last night, funnily enough. Yeah. I actually had a dream about old fat fishwife, the one that lives next door to the instigator. Nothing weird in it. I just saw a picture of her sitting in the garden talking to a police lady. Don't know why that popped into my head while I was asleep, but like I said, mark my words yesterday, didn't I? I said, mark my words, it'd be one of them too. And that's what the thing is going around the village, because I'm not involved in any village groups, am I? And they do have them online. I'm aware of that, but I'm just not interested in socialising with people that are trying to set me up. Because if you can't trust them with your freedom, you definitely can't trust them with your life. You know what I mean? So, there you go. I'm just turning the lighting off. Like I said, it's been raining out there, so it's not as bright and cheerful day as it should be. Hello, Hulkster, you getting a bit hot in there? All cooked up, are you, with the ladies' heat? You want a bit of bloke space, do you? Go on, go and get yourself a drink. Oh, can't you? No, go and lay down then. That's it. Go and cool down on the floor. I'll let you out the bedroom in a minute. Good boy. Yeah, you fat hot old ladies, you. She's got her spot in peace now. She's got more room. She's got more room. And Marnie's still got his top dog spot, haven't you, Marnie, next to his human? Yeah, good boy. I've had a pint of vitamin C this morning. Orange. And a pint of Java. No Nefapams yet. I don't want to get into a habit of taking them every day for pain. But sometimes I need a day off the pain, if you see what I mean. It just sort of drags you down, doesn't it? It's this constant nagging pain. It sort of pulls your mood. But you're aware of it because it's the pain body as well, isn't it? If you see what I mean. So you know it's another entity, not your happy-go-lucky spirit. Yeah, so happily smoking menthol today. Which, let's just chuck a bit of strawberry juice in it, strawberry swirl in it, see what that tastes like, see if that's a good mixer. When I get down to half a tank's worth, like I have, and see what it tastes like with a bit of strawberry in it, see if it's palatable or not. Ah, yeah. Yeah, apparently the government's trying to ban vapes now. Isn't that nice of them? They urge us to give up smoking, so we try it. And now they're trying to ban vapes and vape juice because they know that people can smoke their thingy once they get rid of the tobacco through vapes. So they want to ban vapes so people can't use vapes to smoke. Which is okay, because people just make pipes to smoke. You know, because you can't tell people what to do on everything, can you? You just simply can't do that, otherwise people ain't going to listen. They're going to say, fuck off, we're not having that. You can order it, but we ain't going to fucking listen, you know? Right, let's see what that tastes like. So it's just menthol topped up with the strawberry swirl one. I'm starting to taste the strawberry, but you've got to mix it up a bit first. Because one will be heavier than the other one, won't it? The one with more nicotine oil with it obviously floats to the top, doesn't it? Which is why you can see the strawberry swirl at the bottom. On the second chug of it, you can actually taste it in the chamber now. So it's just like a top in it, like a shandy, or like you put lemonade in beer in it. So putting the strawberry swirl mix in it turns it into strawberry menthol. A bit more palatable actually. You get a fair old bit of smoke out of it anyway, so. Ah, yeah, that's quite nice. It's better tasting actually than the sweet strawberry one. that one. So the menthol and the strawberry swirl one, that one, is a better taste than the actual strawberry fucking vape juice. Might as well carry on with the menthol one then, and the sweet juice, isn't it? Morning, morning, moo. You having a stretch, are you, boy? You got your bitches? Cool, you got a racing heartbeat at the moment, haven't you? Did you catch a whiff of pheromone or something? You did, didn't you? Good boy. At least you're staying calm. Lola's snoring. Look at her snuggled up to her mum, all happy. Great, isn't it? Right, I need another coffee. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's definitely pulling on my rib days. Every time I try to move at the moment. Right, that's me coffee dregs in the bottom of the toilet. Coffee first in the morning, isn't it? See how quick Willow gets off the bed now. Once she realises it's the water bucket filling up. Get a drink. Go on, go and get a drink. Yeah, I was joking online last night because I knew I was being monitored. Yeah. Gives the monitoring back the dog phone, yeah? So I was joking last night. I said, yeah, I went out to test my new hunting harpoon for fish. And caught myself a duck. So straight in the oven that's going. It's a lovely bit of locally sourced duck. I was joking. Was a lovely bit of locally sourced duck from Farm Foods, not the river. You copy fucking idiots. Oh, he's been out fucking stealing ducks. No, you fucking winkles, you've read it wrong. Oh, he was joking. He's made us look silly again. That's why inbreds use highly educated people to gather intelligence, because they're not very bright and they need to know what's going on. So if you start joking at that, they can't find out, can they? So they don't know whether you're joking or being honest or truthful or lying, which makes them question everything and try to work it all out properly, therefore educating the thickos who are inbreds, because hybrids are smarter than inbreds, aren't they? Oh. So how do you improve the English Bulldog breed? If it's too inbred, having problems with breathing, and genetic problems with back legs, and how do you improve the breeding line of the English Bulldog? By hybriding it. So what am I doing? This is an American Bulldog cross English Bull Terrier or Staffordshire Bull Terrier. So see, they're English Bulldogs cross Staffies, because the Staffordshire Terrier, Bull Terrier line has been hybrided enough to correct any bodily weaknesses and that out of it. It keeps the breeding lines fresh and clean. Yeah, so the hybriding of them, you have to be careful what breeds you mix them with, but if you get the blend right, you create a strong, powerful breed. I've got children and grandchildren, and I trust all four of these dogs around the children. No problem at all there. The two females are motherly and caring around kids. The two boys want to play, want to get involved. Because of their size, they get a bit intimidating, and when they do try to dominate, you just simply, in you go boys. And they don't sort of whine and bark to be let out. So a good family breed. I don't believe any entity has the right to destroy any genetic line, to be quite honest with you. Because if they start with dogs, they're going to finish with humans. It'd be mission creep like everything else, won't it? Do you remember it was like saying when Britain used to have bears and wolves, oh, they've all got to be killed, so they're all killed. Now they're talking about bringing back wolves, and they've already reintroduced beavers and otters after they was hunted to extinction. Ow! Do you see what I mean? I don't use a lot more coffee in the morning. Plus I'm over 50, so I don't want no doctor's glove downed up my jacksie, thank you very much. I'd rather let the coffee in one end than let it do its job. Okay, they weren't coming out when they should have come out. Oh, hello doggies. What are you up for, Lola? I know who you're up for, Marnie. You're up because Lola's up. You're just following your nose, aren't you? What are you up to, little lady? Why are you sniffing the front door? Yes, I saw the young lady come and post something through the door. I don't like it when they leave stuff in the letterbox, because the postman don't post things through and then they come along to pick your post out of the letterbox. So I always remove them, but I saw who the girl was anyway. What time is it, Willow? Lola? Is it that time, is it? Marnie, don't you dare eat your breakfast. This is a little shit. Means you too, Hulkster. Right. In you go. In you go. There's 2 bowls in there for you smaller dogs that don't get all bolshy about it. There's your bowl. There's your bowl. Good boy. There's her bowl. That's it. You don't need to nick Marnie's, do you? You don't need to nick Marnie's, do you? What's up, buddy? Go and get a drink then. Come on. Come on. Get a drink. That's it. Get a drink. Go on. Okay, get a drink then. Wet your throat. Come on. Get a drink. Okay. Get a drink. Good boy. Is that better? Is that better? Got something stuck in there, have you? You got something stuck in there? Go on then, get yourself a drink. Good boy. What? Cough it out then. Might even be a blade of grass, mightn't it, Marnie? Knowing you. Look, you got your dinner there, Holster. Look at that. She's muscled him out of his bowl. I know, Marnie. That's why you shouldn't be coughing. You should be muscling her off your bowl. Right, you. Get down there. Go and eat yours, water hog bitch. Right, Marnie. There you go, buddy. Better? You eat your dinner, buddy, there. Just while the smaller ones are in here eating, because you'll be floating from dinner bowl to dinner bowl as well. Oh, Hulkster, go and eat your dinner. I want a drink of coffee and have a thingy. Oi, I just told you get off. Get the fuck off. Go and eat your dinner. On your bed. Thank you. There you go. Eat some breakfast. No, you stay off the bed as well at the moment, Layla. Trying to do something. Need some pain relief. Stay the fuck off. Dribble. Go, get off, look. I'm trying to do something. Fuck off. Get down. Shut up. Don't want you back chatting me either. I'm in pain. That'll do, just a pinch of that. Because I don't want to be coughing and pulling me lung further. That's the pain relief sorted. Notice I'm not coughing my guts up because there's no tobacco mixed in it. Get a little cough as it tickles a little bit, but that's because I've got emphysema. But no coughing attacks like I get with smoking a dude nowadays, which is what my son saw the other day. So the tobacco has got to go. I can only have an occasional one. I can't sort of, if I'm stressed, sit there chain smoking, because it's the tobacco that's triggering the breathing attacks. If you see my point, so this is why I'm having to do it this way, and getting the correct vapes off the NHS for CBD and THC for cancer prevention and smoking healing from the tobacco. So I need both types of oil, vape oil. So I'll be pushing for it after my father's death from cancer. So it could be hereditary, couldn't it? So cancer prevention, THC oil. Not to get high with, is it? Same as I don't use it now to get high. It's for the pain benefit side of it and the health benefit side of it. That's the difference between being a teenager and a pensioner or a disabled person. That's the difference. The state says different. The state says both age groups are just doing it as an excuse to get high. No. Why do they not trust that person's age and wisdom on that subject over their own ignorance? More to the point, why don't they trust the public to make their own decisions on what's best for them and what isn't? What did I say about I wanted to have my cup of coffee? What did I say about me wanting to have my cup of coffee? Thank you. I know you said that, but I was just going to come and get in your face first. And then I'm going to go and lay down, just so you can't tell me off. Because I'm cocky Hulkster. Great, isn't he? Marley's just laying there like a plum on the floor. Willow's doing the same, I think. Lola's doing the same on the bed down there. And I get my third scoop of Java before the video runs out. So, what are we on today? Happy Wednesday, folks. I have to check. It's an over 50s thing and a smoking thing. Some call it senior moment. Some people call it, what the fuck did I come in the kitchen for? You know what I mean? So, another day in paradise, eh? Things to do today. Got to clean up a little bit more when and as I'm able to. I will be resting up quite a bit because there's nothing else you can do with a fucking rib, is there? Except keep pulling it and pulling it. So best thing is just to rest it up. You get used to resting up quite a bit when things start going wrong with your body. Whether it be your ankle, your knee, your this, your that. You spend a lot of time resting things up. You can either be an idiot and do nothing, or you can educate yourself with something online, or, you know. You don't have to vegetate and get bored and sink into depression and, you know what I mean? Because that's what it must get like when you're old and you're retired and ain't got nothing to do with your life, and you know you ain't got much time left. It would be very fucking tedious, wouldn't it? Just being alive. You get to a point where you can't be fucking bothered anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't wait to see my family soon. Won't be long. I might take Marnie with me for a walk over there. You can come over there as my medical assistant's dog, Carney, on the bus. Seems I get a free bus journey over there on my disabled bus pass. He'll have his harness on, saying that's what he is, and in his little pouch will have my medication in it. And my little companion with me when I go and visit something for the first time. Bit of moral support in case I get upset. Yeah, well, my words just sort of went for a minute there. Just needed to bit of silent reflection. I'm just watching the crow flying above the wolf's head on the picture on the net curtains. Just let my body disappear out of itself, if you see what I mean, for a split second there, while I was thinking about me dad. Yeah, grief's a funny thing, isn't it? I'm surprised this video's still going. 1 hour 10 minutes, bloody hell. Golden Bennett. Here's an old one for you as well. All them pennies, what got left over, what I put back in Tyler's penny pot. I think there's about 5 bob of it. 5 bob of pennies. $5 bob of pennies. That's from the same time phrase as Gordon Bennett. How many bob will I get for that? For doing that? Because like you'd earn 5, 10p here, there and everywhere, and 50p here and £1 there, and washing cars and paper rounds and stuff like that as a kid, you know what I mean? But everything in the time previous to that, by a few years, was in the old currency, which was bobs. And funny fucking decimals, you know what I mean? With halfpennies and half a crowns and all that sort of shit, and it was it's like a different language, you know. And it sort of cross-spread over into our pocket money at school and shit. And it was like, how much did you get this week? I got 5 bob. Oh, me, I got 10 bob. Me, I got 25 bob. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? Everything was in bobs at school because it was easier. We just created our own currency now. From the adults' use of the currencies. What we overheard as kids. You know, your stepdad would go and buy himself a bottle of whiskey and then give you £1 pocket money for the week. Cheers. You know what I mean? Fucking liberty takers, weren't they? Dogs are all happy in the garden, sorry, in the hallway at the moment. Not out there as punishment. I just want to have my coffee in peace. I've had my antidepressant already, so all good there. And my lungs are feeling a bit better since that breathing attack the other day, which I found particularly worrying because that was the first one of that particular kind that I had where I was struggling to catch my breath, literally struggling to breathe. I was trying not to panic with my son moaning and nagging me like his fucking mother in my ear hole when I'm trying to catch my breath. It's like, fuck you, shut up. Let me collect my thoughts, get my asthma pump. Shut up, just let me calm down. Focus, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. That was the only thought I could have in my head to keep me breathing. Really weird. And then I go and get a bang in the fucking ribs as well from the dog fall the other night. So just resting my ribs up and making sure my own health's alright before I rush to do anything. But I still enjoyed a surge of coffee in the morning. And yet, I did post that surge tanky and track, but at the end of the day, because I was still energy surging at the end of the day. But I didn't forget the track. It got posted. sit up, doing a sit-up sort of thing is really pulling it. Right, let's shut down Facebook because I don't need that open, do I? Open up another one. Let's just have a look, see if there's any more earthquakes been added to the BGS. There should be.